welcome back to the channel. I'm going to dedicate this video to the One Piece card game starter deck featuring Shanks. So it's starter deck 23, and we have here the fearsome Shank here. In looking at the content, so we'll get the normal 50 card deck, the leader card, and apparently there's going to be a booster pack, a OP011, which is always a good addition. So without further ado, let's see what is inside the starter deck 23. By the way, if you're looking for starter decks, I have in the channel, I'm releasing, or you can already find all the starter decks in the channel. And if you're looking for a place to buy these things, so I recommend the Weatherlight game store, where I acquire mine. And I've left the video, the link in the video description, so please take a look and consider that. Cool. So yeah, we are getting plenty of regular things. The manual, if you don't know, so this is the rules instructions, super simple, and a playmat on the other side. Then we have the deck, and they are super kind enough to also include here Fists of the Divine Speed OP011 booster pack, which I'm not gonna open. I'm gonna reserve it for a reel. So yeah, let's take a look at the deck. And yeah, it's easy to open. The decks also come with 10 dons here in the end, which I'm gonna remove now. By now, after all these starter decks, I'm swimming with dons, so I just don't have anything to do with this. Okay, and looking at it, this is Shanks, and the leader here is the same leader as OP09. Okay, so these starter decks, they are going to reutilize cards. Some of them are exclusive to the starter decks, so you can also find this leader in the booster packs, but this has a slightly different artwork here, which makes it unique. Okay, but as a leader, once per turn, this effect can be activated when your opponent attacks. You give one of your opponent's leader or character minus 1000, and this is once per turn, so you can do it on your turn to make your opponent weaker. Okay, or you can do it also on their turn to make their leader weaker, and then he cannot hit you, etc. And if you're playing multiplayer, you can do it in all player turns as well, because it's once per turn, including opponent attacks. So this is like Shanks in the anime, right? It just moderates and calms everyone. He goes to Marineford and he stops the fight. So it really represents Shanks in a good way, but let's see how the rest of the deck support that. So here comes the unique cards, as this one, starter deck 23, with Uta here. If your character with 10,000 power or more, if you have this card, give this card in your hand -4. Never seen that. So cards cost less on your hand if you have a big guy, which would be for the power of it. Maybe Shanks, or you just pump someone else, gets to 10,000, and then you can cast Uta here for just 2, and she's a blocker. You get 2. Then you have Shanks again, which he has the 10,000. We need it for the trigger there. If your opponent has a character with 8 or more, this one costs -3. So we're seeing the strategy here of this deck, which is reducing the costs in your hand. And if your leader is red-haired or Uta, so not Uta, but you can change the deck and put this on a Uta deck, your leader gets plus 2000 power until the end of the opponent's next end phase. Okay, so if you have a Uta, the Uta becomes stronger, or if you have Shanks becomes stronger. So normally I don't change the starter decks, but because this starter deck is repeating cards, the Shanks deck that I already have been creating, I'm gonna mix both my cards and the starter deck cards and try to make a unique Shanks deck. So I'm not sure what will happen here, what will be the cards staying in the deck, but I'll check that later. This one should be, because this is an exclusive card, so I should try to keep it. Another exclusive card, we have Ben Backman. You may trash one card from your hand. If your leader is a red-haired, KO one of your opponent's characters with 4,000. You just play it, get rid of a card, and you kill another one. Always a good option. Oh, Luffy is also here. So he's not red-haired, but he appears here. You may rest one Dawn card from this character. No, you rest one Dawn and this character, and you give one opponent characters minus 1,000. It's a bit crappy, yeah. Costs 1, but it's a bit crappy. Bit crappy. You need to rest a Dawn, and you need to rest this character to just give one opponent's character minus 1,000. I've seen better. Maybe this is a candidate to get removed. Yasop, 1,000, give up to one rested Dawn card to your leader character. This is always a good thing. Always a good trick and mechanic here, because you get to use the rested Dawns twice. So I love this ability. These 4 guys are mandatory in the deck. Okay, so the all-in gap. Let me see. This is an exclusive card. It is. So it must be in the deck. This guy is from OP04. I think it's just a filler. 5 of them. I've seen plenty. Then also OP04, the monkey here, Bonk Punch. You can play a monster from your hand. Not sure what the monsters are. Have we seen any monster? No, I don't think so, yeah. So monster, let's see, maybe the monster is here in the deck. And if you put a Dawn in there, he gets plus 2,000. And I don't know who this character is because I haven't got to this point here. Hongo, another red-haired. You may rest this guy. If your leader is Shanks, you give up one opponent characters minus 2,000. Character only. So it's a kind of strategy that I never play, which is trying to get rid of characters. By lowering and attacking. I'm always just focused on the leader before I get killed. So, oh, there's monster. Okay, so Bonko is the pirate, yeah, and monster is the monkey. Now I know because I haven't got to this point here. If your character is Bonko Punch, would be KO by an effect, you may trash this character instead. Okay, so it's like a shield on the other guy. Then Yasop from OP09 as well. Up to one of your leader gets plus 1,000 till the end of the opponent's next turn. So it gets covered during your time. So this is a rare card. And you put a Dawn when it attacks and you lower characters 1 turn. 5 of these guys. What is this? Lime juice. Your opponent cannot activate up to 1 blocker when you play. Okay, it's to get rid of blockers strategically. Oh, you have a blocker, then let me just play lime juice and you're gone. Blocker gone. Again, another blocker now from your side. And when this guy dies, if your leader is Shanks, you can KO one of your power characters with base power. Powerful. I love this card. So blocker, yeah, kill my blocker. And then I kill your character. That's very cool. Rockstar. So Rockstar is just a filler kind of character. And then, oh, look at this beautiful card showing you here all the red-haired pirates. So the deck is so aggressive that you just keep fighting and no strategy here countering. You're just hitting. You just have 4 event cards. And it says, look at the 5 red-hairs and add it to your hand. Choose one and add it to your hand. Normal one with a trigger to draw a card. And that's it. Yeah, this is a strong one. Yeah. Now I'm gonna see which cards is worth to keep from OP09 as well. But yeah, I hope you like this video to the point that you consider then hitting that like button and subscribing. As you've seen, I've built this playlist for One Piece, the card game content, where you'll check all the content, start decks, etc. As well as for other card games out there in the market and board games. And if you like podcasts, I also have the podcast, The Table Talks, where I'm interviewing people to get to know their projects, their stories, their profiles while playing board games online with them. So I definitely think that you'll find interesting content in the channel to consider subscribing and to be part of this community. And thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.